Below that, also on page 89, we had more practice problems, both front side and back side. And now on page 90, that brings us to our other theorem dealing with triangles. This is our triangle angle sum theorem. This one tells us that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle will always equal 180 degrees. So in our example here, we have x degrees for this angle, y degrees for this angle, and z degrees for this angle. When we add them all three together, x plus y plus z, they must equal 180 degrees. Now our practice problems here are our example. If they give us two of our measures of the interior angles, 25 degrees and 84 degrees, and ask what is the measure of the third angle, we can use our equation and substitute in the measures that we know, 25 plus 84. We know that adding our third angle to that, it should all equal 180. So we put in our x variable there for the one we're trying to find. We combine our terms here, we get 109. We must do our inverse operation to both sides, and then that leaves us with x is equal to 71 degrees. Now we can use our triangle angle sum theorem to find a missing measure. We can also use that to determine if a triangle can be formed by those measures. And here in example number 9, they ask us which sets of angles could be the interior angles of a triangle, and by adding them all three together, coming up with their sum, we determined which one or ones could form a triangle. They must equal to 180 degrees. Here another example, paying attention to your problem in number 10, they ask which could not be the measures of the interior angles. And in this case, only one did not add up to 180. So that one would not be the measures for a triangle. For 11, again, they're asking you, could these add up? Could these be the angles on a triangle? Why or why not? And you must give your explanation why. And then for number 12, they give you one angle, excuse me, and ask which set of pairs could not be the remaining. So you have to pay attention and make sure that you are using your information. Below that on page 90, or the back side of that page, you had some more practice problems. And finally, page 91, we are looking at how many triangles can be formed with the information that they give us. We have our guided notes here that you filled in. Remember that we would draw our triangle using our diagram and filling in the information they give us and using that to determine, and we used our abbreviations. SSS means that they give us all three lengths, and then we also have to use our inequality theorem to determine if a triangle would be made. If both of those are met, then yes, there is a unique triangle. If they give us side, angle, side, then a unique triangle would be made, only one. If they give us angle, side, angle, then yes, a unique triangle would be formed. And if they give us angle, angle, side, then yes, a unique triangle would be formed. Okay? Now, these four will create just one unique triangle. On the back side, our notes give us the situation where more than one or many triangles can be formed. And there are only two parts to this one. If they give us side, side, angle, and remember we say a SSA, not the other direction. If they give us two sides and a non-included angle, that means the angle is not in between the two sides, then more than one triangle can be made. If they give us all three angles and it meets that angle sum theorem, they add up to 180 degrees, then more than one triangle can be made. And last, we have our criteria back to what we've already worked with, our angle sum theorem and inequality theorem. In these cases, no triangle would be made if it does not meet these specifications.